it's not working is corruption. And when I say corruption, I'm not talking about quid pro quo. I'm talking a corrupt system that sustains itself. I think the most important thing that we can do in government is create transparency, no matter what way it goes. And if we could just have Ms. McDonnell present her findings so that the public doesn't feel that, again, things are being hidden from them, that, again, people are being bought and paid for by the banks.
It has to happen. You owe it to us to do it. And that's it. So who's going to contact me today before I leave?
Thank you, Mr. King.
Now, I got 5 seconds. Anyone?
Of the 10 signatures that are on my home loan, there's only one legal signature, mine. One of them turns out to be the name of a porn star, Autumn Bourne.
Not impossible.
Good afternoon. If it may please the council, as you can probably imagine, I'm here today because of the recent settlement with Bank of America and the SEC involving MERS. Okay, this initiated back in a case out of Pennsylvania where Marie McDonnell testified. Okay, with respect to the case that was being brought there by a recorder of deeds, Nancy Becker. Okay. Well, now we have a situation where the similar principles are at stake, and we have what seems to me to be a bona fide reason for you to bring Ms. McDonnell in here as per her contract, as I've asked on numerous occasions, to discuss the matter with Fred Popke, her partner, and possibly Scott Stafne, given the fact that Mr. Stafne, Attorney Stafne, just won a case up in Whatcom County, Schiavone versus MERS, against Fred Burnside. Now, you all saw to it, someone from the city contacted Fred Burnside to get him in here a couple months ago, but there was no advance notice to her. Okay, so at this point, it's incumbent of you to do that. I don't care what kind of mechanism you use or whoever it is, how it happens, it has to happen. Okay, the taxpayers paid for this. So a lot of people would come in here and they'd be angry and curse at you, but I'm not going to curse at you. In fact, since I'm a nice guy, I'm going to ask you all on a date. And that date will be here in December. I have Ms. McDonnell's calendar, and she's free in December. So I'm not going to leave the building today until I have some dates in December that we can do this, because it has to happen for the taxpayers, for the students, for everybody who's been wronged by the banks and by MERS. It has to happen. You owe it to us to do it, and that's it. So who's going to contact me today before I leave?
Thank you, Mr. King.
Now, I got 5 seconds. Anyone?
Thank you. Yvette Dinish.
My name is Daniel Fivet. Most of you know me, and been involved in politics now for 50 years. I'm in the situation that several of the people here are involved in, and that is having been scammed by the banks. I was here on a previous meeting where we had a side meeting over here, and I said at that time that of the 10 signatures that are on my home loan, there's only one legal signature, mine. One of them turns out to be the name of a porn star, Autumn Bourne. And as humorous as that is very serious to me, because the banks now are trying to take my home away from me. Chase says that Citibank owns my note. Select Portfolio Services says that Citibank owns my note. but I have proof that Citibank doesn't own my note. All of this has come through, the major portion of this has come through forensic audits, where we can actually find out what is going on. That's why it is really important that you agree here today to meet with this Ms. McDonnell again and do a real forensic audit on the homes that have been foreclosed on and re-examine that so that we can have something that really works for all of us in the city of Seattle. I appreciate your time. I know that you're really conscientious, and I know that we can move forward with this and stop the scamming from the banks. Thank you.
Thank you. Susan.
Hi, I'm Susan Harmon. I'm a citizen of the city of Seattle, and I know most of you here at the City Council. It's my position that the underlying cause of everything that's not working is corruption. And when I say corruption, I'm not talking about quid pro quo. I'm talking a corrupt system that sustains itself. I think the most important thing that we can do in government is create transparency, no matter what way it goes. And if we could just have Ms. McDonnell present her findings so that the public doesn't feel that, again, things are being hidden from them, that, again, people are being bought and paid for by the banks. They created a worldwide economic crisis. You guys just talked about changing things to help the homelessness, but foreclosure is the fastest growing path to homelessness for families with children. Do something and do it transparently. Have Ms. McDonnell come in and give her report and build on that. I spoke last month about this, and I think it's super important that Seattle be the leader that it has been in the past and not just buckle under and look like you're just quid pro quo. This isn't who we are here. Let's do the right thing. Let's have transparency. Let's have Maria McDonnell's report public. You can do this. Please talk to Chris and get a date set in December. I'm going to back him up on that. I know every one of you that I know on this, Council, Tom, Bruce, Nick, Mike, are honorable people. Tim, you too. Honorable people, whether we agree or disagree. Do it transparently. Thank you.
Thank you.